Cool.
This meeting is being recorded.
Well,
Okay,
e-
got it.
everyone could probably mute yourself now, and then we'll just get in the habit of, if you're not talking, just mute yourself. That would be totally helpful. So when we get into our sound healing, it's nice and crisp. All right. Well, here we are gathering at this apex of this full moon. The full moon comes in less than 30 minutes. And it's the blue moon. And it's a blue moon. Whenever there's two full moons in a month, and they have to be in the same season though, so it's considered a blue moon. So if, for example, we had two full moons in September, it wouldn't be a blue moon because they're in two different seasons, summer and fall. Autumn. Okay. So that's a little extra trivia about the full moon particulars. It's like it has to be same month and same season.
So it's 4 months of the year. It
doesn't work, right? And then yeah.
The other 8, it's good.
Yeah. So it's a super moon because of travels around an elliptical around the Earth, and so there's times when it's close and there's times when it's further away. Looking at the elliptical, so it's like we're at the closest point of the moon's orbit around the Earth. So that's a super powerful, potent time and energy, and it has been all over the world. I mean, here in Maui, yes, we've been dealing with the aftermath of the fires, and it's been so sad and tragic. And some mistakes were made, big ones.
Maybe a lot of mistakes.
A lot of mistakes, but some of the huge mistakes, like I don't know, water issues on island. If you've been to us, you know that we're on water catchment. So we actually have the same issues as they have over in Lahaina. There is no county water at all over here. Except if all the water gets taken from the EMI ditch to the center of the island. And so everyone out here is kind of on their own.
Right. Well, Lahaina has plenty of water.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it was diverted. And then sending everyone off the island, all the tourists. And now people are really feeling the backlash of that. The hotels, there's no one at the hotels or the restaurants, and people are canceling. All of our clients canceled this month.
Ironically, it's a great time to come over here because it's unlike other times of the year when this island's just jammed full of tourists. It's pretty quiet, so you really get to see a part of Maui that you usually don't get. Certainly in the last 10 years, there's been so much tourism going on. It's kind of like a COVID time.
Yeah,
this island's empty, so it's a beautiful time to come. In all actuality.
Yeah, it is. It's quiet, and there's like a kind of a serenity, a real reverence for what's happening. So it's a good time to just, if you want to, or spread the word. There's great seat sales too with Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines and different airlines who are trying to boom that. So we've been doing well. A lot of people have been asking us. We've started to do more events, pro bono, free events, get out there, work with the community, because one of the most, energy is so intense that people need to connect and feel our humanity and just get a hug or cry or move your body, or those kind of things can really help with the trauma, alleviating the trauma, and remembering that we're still here, and we're powerful beings, and we can recreate and create anything that we want if we really put our minds to it and our energy together and hold the vision. So it's really beautiful. This Pisces full moon is about vision, about envisioning things, seeing things, what are we wanting to create next, and to expand, just really expand your consciousness and let go of any thoughts of lack or perceived or whatever, and just open yourself to vision. And with the sun in Virgo, it's the high priestess too. So the high priestess can be very focused in envisioning as well. And Virgo is the sign of, I call it like the doctor of the zodiac. Virgo can be very particular about things, ways that are structured. It's an earth sign.
Organized.
Yeah, very organized. Time for deep cleaning, deep purging, deep releasing, and in that, just opening to something new, a new vision or expanded vision or clarity on your vision, whatever that may be.
That's my sign, Heather. So this is going to be extra special for me. My birthday was the 23rd of August. So
Great.
that's why I'm trying to soak in all of this.
Beautiful, beautiful, Joy. Thanks for sharing. Yeah.
So Virgo's in the house.
Virgos, and anyone else a Virgo? Well, we can all learn and apply each of the energy of the zodiac's houses as we go along. It's like a great exercise to take on someone else's energy or ways of being. I mean, maybe, and see how that applies to us in our life. So it helps to, I see it as expanding our character, really, expanding, keep growing, being inspired by different ways of being and seeing things and doing things. So I'll take some of that Virgo energy anytime. I love it. Yeah, so we're going to get into our sound journey now. So I invite you all to either sit or lay back and make yourself comfortable. And we're going to move to I'm going to move to my bowls. Donnie's going to move to his keyboards, and we're going to switch our sound. Okay, so if someone could just let us know if we're still sounding good once we get over there and that you can hear us clearly, helping us with our little sound check.
Why don't you stay there? I'm going to go to the microphone.
Okay, Donnie's going now.
Heather, I have a question.
Yes.
For me, the video feed is a bit kind of choppy or something. Is it for anybody else? You're the only one that looks like that for me. No, you know what? I'm gonna leave and sign back on.
Okay.
It is a little for me, not much.
Oh, not much. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe that won't help then.
Yeah, you can try.
It's only as good.
Give it a try.
Yeah, and we're recording it too.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
No, I disabled the waiting room. So if you want to go back out and come back in, it's just open now.
Okay, let me try it.
Okay. And I'm going to change the sound now.
Okay. Did you change it? Can anybody hear me? Yep. Okay. Is it good? Nice and loud and clear? Sounds good. Okay, let's try the keyboard. Can you hear the keyboard? Keyboards are all good? Keyboard? Okay. Let's let Heather come sit down.
They don't hear me. So check 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. You guys hear me? Okay, yes, great. All right.
Check 1.
Here we are. So today, I thought we would do a beautiful meditation based on a Hawaiian huna practice. And in huna, they say we are all born with these bowls of light that are filled with light and radiate and shimmering with light. But as we go along through our lives, they kind of get filled up with some debris and things. But there's ways of replenishing our light that the Hawaiians teach that are very simple. So we're going to do that today. And we're going to open with a song. Oh, enter the night, you'll find the light that will carry you to your dreams. Enter the night, let your spirit take flight in the field of infinity. On the darkest night, we search for the light and find it deep within. So open your eyes, embrace all that's wise. See the light of your own soul shining. The light of your own, the light of your own, the light of your own soul shining. Wrap up in a cloak of starry darkness, my friend, in the middle of everything. From this space, this deepest dark place, life eternal does spring. Yes, life eternal, life eternal, life eternal does spring. So when you find that spark, when you dream in the dark, hold it close to your heart and know all that you see is all that can be, giving birth to the dreams of your soul. Birth to the dreams, birth to the dreams, birth to the dreams of your soul. So enter the night, you'll find the light that will carry you to your dreams. Enter the night, let your spirit take flight in the field of infinity. The field of the field of the field of infinity. Imagining now, finding yourself in a beautiful meadow, a meadow at the time of autumn. And the air is crisp and the sun is shining. And perhaps there's a beautiful breeze moving through. In the yonder, you notice that there's a huge forest over there. A beautiful forest filled with beautiful autumn colors. Well, it's a beautiful day, so you decide to go venture over towards that forest. You make your way across the meadow over towards the forest edge. And as you get closer, you begin to behold all the beautiful, amazing colors this time of autumn. The seasons are changing. And there seems to be a big, giant old tree that is calling you. So you make your way over towards that giant old tree, perhaps like a giant sequoia or redwood. And as you look up at its beautiful canopy, just awestruck at its beauty. And then you look down on the forest floor and maybe you kick up some of those beautiful autumn leaves. And then you take a little closer look at this tree and you notice that at the trunk of this tree, the base of the trunk, there seems to be a rather large opening. An opening large enough that you can actually walk into. So you go and you peek into the opening of that tree. And the next thing you notice is that its root system is making like a stairwell going down. Well, that's all curious. After all, this tree was calling you. So you decide to venture down. It seems kind of safe enough. Down that root system you go. Step by step. Down and down you go. Down that winding root system. Deeper into the earth you go. Step by step, going lower and lower. And then finally, you arrive at a landing. And what opens before you is the most beautiful, majestic scene. A beautiful garden of sorts down here, deep in the earth. A place filled with beautiful trees and flowers and creatures and butterflies and birds. Well, so pretty down here. And there seems to be a path that leads to, it seems like over there, a body of water, maybe a couple 100 yards away. Well, you decide to follow that path. Towards that water you go. Perhaps it's an ocean or a sea or a lake. And as you venture down that path, the whole place seems to come to life. The birds come chirping, the butterflies come fluttering, the creatures come out as if to say hello. Well, all these creatures seem so familiar with you. Well, as they should. For you have just found yourself in the sanctuary of your soul. A place your soul knows to go for healing, guidance, inspiration. So you take it all in, the sights, the sounds, the smells. And then the next thing you notice is you come stumbling across that bowl I was talking about. And this bowl has a bunch of stones in it and other debris, but I want you to pick it up. Pick up that bowl and take it with you. We're going to check it out some more once we get to the water's edge. So you take that bowl and you just have about another 100 yards to go, and you notice that bowl has some weight to it. It's kind of heavy, actually, isn't it? All those stones, and maybe it starts to, you got to focus on carrying this thing, okay? So maybe that starts to slow you down a little bit, distract you from taking in all the beauty around you. But you can bear it. You got this. Not too much further. Another 50 yards. Just keep going. And as you get closer to the water's edge, once you've reached it, I want you to find somewhere to place that bowl down by the water's edge. Finally, you made it. You can put it down. I know it's kind of heavy, shake it off. And maybe how about kicking off your shoes and dipping your toes into this beautiful water, which is calm. Oh wow, such a beautiful temperature. Well, next I want you to go check out that bowl a little more. So go sit by the bowl. And we're gonna have you dip your hand into that bowl and pull out one of those stones in there. And as you pull it out, you turn it over and you notice it has some writing on it. It says stressed. Okay, well, who hasn't had some stress? How about, if you would, taking that stone and just tossing into the water. You toss it into the water, goes splooshing into the water, sinking to the bottom, never to be seen again. That kind of felt good. Okay, how about the next one? You pick it up, and next one says disappointed. Yeah, well, okay, who hasn't had some disappointment? How about taking that stone and tossing into the water, goes splooshing to the bottom, never to be seen again. And the next one, you pick up, it says worried. And you know, you get the picture now, all these stones and all debris and stuff, it's all these things you've been holding on to. And you know what, maybe some of the stuff isn't even just yours. Maybe you're holding some of the weight of the world, your family, community. So let's take that stone and toss it, sinking into the bottom. Let's keep going. Next stone you pick up, it says hatred. Toss it. Heavy-hearted, let it go. Confused, desperate, disgusted, envious, guarded, frustrated, sad, sensitive, shocked, heartbroken, impatient, indifferent, insecure, irritable, angry, apprehensive, bored, hesitant, impatient, insecure, jealous, lonely, numb, regretful, overwhelmed. And all these memories start coming up, all these things, maybe some things you regret, or mistakes that were made, or things you'd like to do over. And all you really need to do is just turn the whole bowl over, and you turn it all over, and everything goes splooshing into the water, never to be seen again. Never to be seen again. And as you turn it back over, it automatically begins to fill with light again. I want you to put it down by the shore, because it's going to be filled with light for the next few minutes here. And maybe you see some of your guides or angels or some light beings coming to bless and fill your light. And as they do this, how about taking a little healing dip into these magical waters, where healing and maybe transmissions, visions, other messages await you. So you sink into the water. And the next thing you notice is that these are indeed magical waters. For you can breathe under these waters and see perfectly clear. These waters are filled with beautiful, colorful fish, coral, sea life, maybe dolphins or whales, turtles or octopus. In any case, one of these sea creatures comes up to you, these water creatures, and they tell you that they are your water guide. They're there to guide you into a mystical journey into these healing waters. And you allow yourself to go with them and explore. time to emerge from these waters. But before you do, you open yourself to any final transmissions or messages from these waters. Perhaps a vision. What is your intention at this full moon time? What dreams would you like to be blessed and amplified? What areas do you need a course correction in? What is the highest vision for your life? And let's just say this next solar cycle. Ask to be shown or inspired, that you may know or feel or see the highest path. And to this path, all that you require on your journey will be provided for with ease and grace. May you be steadfast, inspired, strengthened, and renewed in this moment. Releasing all that does no longer serve. Opening yourself to receive divine guidance, divine knowledge, and divine inspiration here and now. And now your water guide guides you back towards the shore. And before they leave you, you take a moment to thank them, thanking them for a safe journey. And you emerge from the waters, going back to the shore. And back to that pool of light, which is now dancing with light, so radiant with light. And you pick it up, perhaps thanking the guides, the angels that were supporting this renewal of your light. And it's so much lighter now. You gather yourself and your things, and you make your way back down that path. Down the path that will lead to the root system that will take you out. And as you make your way down that path, the whole place seems so much more vibrant and alive. The sights, the sounds, the smells. And perhaps you can see other guides of yours that dwell in this garden, who are there blessing you along your way. Maybe some of your ancestors. They remind you that they are there for you always. So please remember to ask for the guidance and support. You then come across upon the altar of your life. And this big, beautiful altar in this sanctuary of your soul. There's a place to place your bowl of light, if you like, for safekeeping. And there's another guardian there that assists you, and you place your bowl of light. And perhaps you add a few other things to your altar here, flowers or anything else you like. And you know that your bowl of light is here in the soul, the garden of your soul, with your ancestors and with your guardians, guides. And with that, you make your way back to that root system and begin your journey up. And step by step, up and up you go. Step by step, going up and up that root system you go. Step by step, feeling so light, almost floating, flying up. Step by step, up and up you go. Up and up, step by step, until finally you pop at the top. Into a beautiful day. And before you make your way on with your day, you take a moment to thank that tree. Perhaps giving it a hug or leaving it an offering. And that tree reminds you that you can return anytime, for this is the portal to the sanctuary of your soul and is always available to you. And with that, you make your way on with your day, feeling better and better every day, in every way.
We are grateful. Well, how beautiful this moment.
To share this holy blessing with you.
That I open my heart to this moment and let the light of our love,
Let the light
of our love, let the light
of our love shine on through. Oh, how beautiful this moment.
to share this holy blessing with you.
And all of you.
We open our hearts to this moment. Let the light of our love, the light of our love,
Let the light
of our love shine on through. That we're making our way back.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. Gallery.
Cynthia joined us. We gained somebody.
Yes. All right. Hello, Cynthia. Welcome. Hey,
Aloha.
Karen. Aloha, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome. Yeah. So we just like to take a moment to add any and receive any reflections, or how was that journey for you, or what did you, anything you want to share that you received or saw, felt?
Anybody?
Joy. I mean,
I just felt very, very at peace, very assured and at peace. Excited also. You can be both excited and at peace.
mhm.
Just about what's coming. Yeah. Mhm.
It's good to be excited about what's coming because that's the magnet that brings it forward to you. Even one of the famous quotes of the Bible, what I have feared the most has now come upon me. Fear is our worst enemy. So the more that we can project divine consciousness into ourselves, the more we can believe in the kingdom of heaven is within us, right? So we have to believe that. And the more that we believe that, the more that we create the outside world to become that. So the question is, do we want to be part of the solution or part of the problem? So as we share in these journeys and add our intentions and bring our light bodies forward, let our minds fall into that place of relaxation and gratitude, we start to create more things to be relaxed for and grateful for. Gratitude is the attitude, is my motto. We will go a long way with gratitude, much more than complaining, whining, all the other things that people do.
That's right.
That's right.
Eileen, you want to share something?
Oh, I just wanted to say thank you so much, guys, for doing that. Hearing your music and hearing Heather's voice is just, it's so nice, and it's just exactly what I needed today. It's amazing. I was so excited that you guys doing that. And it's a great follow-up I just came back from Costa Rica retreat with my yoga studio that I'm attending here. And I did a magnificent journey there in a cactus garden. It's like a labyrinth where hers and his is meeting together. And it was a very powerful meditation for me there. And I was trying to kind of manifest new things, new goals into the future. And this meditation today, I feel, is going to put me in the right place, throwing the rocks away of all those unnecessary frustration. And that was exactly, I have chills right now, just feeling how much this hour gave me exactly the boost that I needed to achieve the things that I've meditated for in that cactus garden. Thank you so much. I could not be more thankful.
Oh, thank you, Eileen.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
it's further proof that the angels are watching over us, and the angels have brought us together into this magical group of 9 people, and to be grateful.
Yeah.
And it shows you that you're doing the right work. That we're all doing the right work. We're all here supporting each other.
But it is, I needed to hear from you, and I remind myself that I am a goddess, and the kingdom is inside me, and I am creating, and I'm not complaining. I'm doing what I have to do, and I have a positive attitude. I am practicing Ponopono all the time. The moment I feel frustrated with people, or when I go to sleep, I just say, like, please forgive me, I forgive you. All those things, they're such a great tools to have to move forward in life, because you can't have the tools, but you need to know how to use them. And you guys were so essential in my life to teach me how to use those tools, and you gave me additional tools. So honestly, you guys are rock stars. Thank you.
Thank you. We love you.
We love you too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're all loved, lovable, and loving. And the more that we bring love into our, Jesus, all spiritual practices are really based on love and kindness.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And when there's wars,
Absolutely.
that is not spirituality. Spirituality.
Definitely not.
The Christians and the Catholics, that's not that's not spirituality, in my opinion. That's male ego.
Oh no, not at all.
Trying to dominate others' power.
Thank you, Eileen.
Well, and as you know, like the war that you've referenced to, like it's still going on. My families are still split. I still have half of them in Ukraine. I have half of them in Russia. It's hopefully it's going to come to the end soon. And thank you for remembering that you said that. It's definitely not coming from anything positive, but we definitely praying for the end of that war too.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All wars.
Yeah.
Very hard.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we love you. We just had another helper here who was, so she was born in Russia, but she's Ukrainian. She speaks Ukrainian and Russian. She was just with
There
us
you go.
for 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she actually defected, so she's here on asylum. Whoa. Yeah.
Well, out of all the places to be in asylum, Hawaii probably is the place to be.
I'm like, Kristosh, come volunteer at a yoga retreat. Yeah, I think you're pretty smart, actually. I think you're doing pretty good.
That's very accurate. I like that one.
Yeah. She loved it, too. Like, oh.
I'm sure she did.
That's great.
Yeah, good for you. Good for her.
David, how are you doing?
Oh, you're muted.
Yes, I'm unmuted. I'm doing great. Timing and good lighting are everything. And I got your email today for this, and boy, what a perfect what a perfect ending to the day. And it just being in this meditation and hearing your voice and hearing the music, it was validating, it was soothing, it was very vivid. The older you get, the more stuff you accumulate just internally. And as you were putting names on the rocks and tossing them out, I was sort of in the meditation and also making a mental note of the things I need to toss into an ocean, over a cliff somewhere, just get them out of here. And I really enjoyed hearing that. When you hear it in another voice, it's just different than when you hear it in your own head.
Sweet.
And I like the idea of connecting to a vision, because Heather, you used that phrase about 3 or 4 times, connecting to a vision, and that this is the time to be doing that. The times are turbulent. It's easy to lose yourself. There's so many things happening all at one time, and connecting to your vision is what helps to keep me grounded. And I just, thank you for validating and reinforcing that with me. I really got a lot out of hearing that.
Okay, great.
I was to say, there's no shortage of things to distract us in life. Whether it be your iPhone, the television, just the radio. It's just so
all of it.
And yet,
all of it.
It's our job, if you might take it on, to focus our energy towards the things that really bring light into our life. You can get caught up in the drama, but that's your own doing. You don't have to focus on the problems of Lahaina or the problems of your life or the problems of Ukraine. You can, but some people get absorbed in that, and then
they lose themselves and their power.
Well, they waste a lot of time, getting absorbed in that drama, and it doesn't serve them. It just sucks up a lot of time and energy. And life is. Yeah. I'm 60, so life is short. You want to appreciate it and enjoy it. You don't want to spend a bunch of time regurgitating all the problems of the world. There's plenty of those.
And there always will be, guys. So yeah.
Plenty. Our jobs as angels here is to surround ourselves with other angels and to focus on the light and focus on how we can contribute, focus how we can find our calling, focus on our destiny, and really put our energy towards that as opposed to being distracted. In today's world, boy, the distractions are ad nauseum. There's so many, whether
and they're in they're insidious. They can break into your spirit without much notice. You can go along, you can start your day with a spiritual practice, but you know, the focus can very easily get away from you without being grounded.
Right.
And so I just appreciate the reminder of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, David, you're
That came through so strong. I was like channeling in the middle of that it's just all these things that were coming out to share. So
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
I was like, yes, the vision.
I prepared for that when I dialed in. Yeah, I thought there'll be no secrets with this group. So
Great. Thank you, David, for sharing that. So nice to have you here.
And what about Cynthia?
it's nice to be here.
Yeah.
Cynthia, would you be willing to chime in on something?
Maybe. Mhm.
You'll have to.
There she is.
I
Aloha.
I'm listening. I'm listening, and I came in, I guess, on almost the tail end of the song, the music. But I was moved by the music. Um, there was just something about it that was inviting. And then I also thought about what's actually going on in your area. And here you are blessing us with song.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much love and aloha being generated on the island too. Like the community's so pulled together. I think the Red Cross came here and said, "Wow, you guys are so super organized." You know, FEMA. It seems like there's this whole movement to kind of do it without the FEMA loans and stuff to
Mhm.
generate it,
Mhm.
crowd fund what needs to be happening or whatever that gives people
Mhm.
a certain amount of freedom, as opposed to get them
Mhm.
locked into debt and stuff.
Yeah, and you know what you're doing, the energy, the vibrations, what you're putting out there, what you're bringing there, that in itself too is um, I don't want to say stronghold, but it's a place where um, concentrated, where
Right.
you know,
And it-
spirit can rest, you know, in the midst of all of this. And that's the kind of thing I was getting from the song. I didn't know it. I just hearing the end of it, it's like, okay, I was really getting into it. I just hopped on, I'm getting into it. And then people began to share, and I was like, oh, okay, I was right on time. I didn't really, realize it really, but the song pulled it together for me. And your music. This is my first interaction with the two of you.
okay.
Well, thank you for finding.
Yeah,
Yeah. Thank you for finding us.
you're welcome.
I just want a couple more people. Gail, do you want to? How was your sound? Did it get better when you came back?
The sound has always been good. It's just the video, the pictures,
Okay.
still kind of choppy and fuzzy. But so it didn't interfere because I was listening, so I wasn't looking. So
Cool.
it was perfect.
Well, I'm glad the sound was. We struggle with the sound sometimes, so I'm glad it came through clear.
Yeah, yeah. So I found it, I guess the first word that comes up for me is reassuring. And I'm not quite sure how much more to say about that, but I will say that Heather, your story, your imagery is so lovely and helpful in that it creates, at least for me, a fantasy but a real place. So it's, with the steps and the water, and then Donny, you add in the sounds that amplify that it's reassuring, I guess, that there can be a place in me that I could go to for that.
Mhm.
Beautiful.
So be it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's good to exercise our imagination, expand our vision, and then when I think feel like as we exercise that, then it's easier to see things that might be really different. Really different than what we're experiencing. And I also like to say, remind people that things can change really quickly. Like they can be long etched in, like look at, apartheid being abolished or the Berlin Wall taken down or some of these things that have happened that have actually changed, like that's change. um, so,
Yeah.
so while we're in these turbulent times, it's important actually for us to keep visioning and exercising our imagination, or else we're just going to keep seeing the things and accepting the same things that we are seeing, in the way that's delivered to us and all of that. So, it's important to hold the space for the transformation. And I feel like that's what these meditations and exercising our imagination help do.
I always like to say where consciousness goes, energy flows. So as we use our imaginations to create examples of beauty and joy in our life, as we imagine and as we formulate in our minds what can be and what we want to be, we start to magnetize that, pull that into our life. And every great invention started out in the mind, whether it be cell phones or everything. The mind is our greatest tool. It's the one thing it's the one gift that we all have, is that creative possibility of what our minds can do, whether we're feeling rich, poor, can't or can, no matter where we are in life, our minds can imagine what it would be like to do that. And there's so many great studies of people that even imagine doing exercise and they got stronger, or imagine shooting basketballs. It was just the imagination of shooting the basketball was almost as good as someone who practiced shooting an hour a day for a month.
Right. Yep.
Practically as good. So just our minds are great tools, and the question is do we put them to use? And here we are as angels all gathered into one Zoom room, and we are here to utilize our minds to imagine what it is we want in life, where it is we want to go, what it is we want to do, what we want this world to become. To not focus on the problem, but to focus on the good things. Because the more we focus on the problems, the more we empower them. And that's why the Ho'oponopono is so good. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I forgive you. I love you. I thank you. To do that with everything that we don't agree with, we feel frustrated by. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I forgive you. And it's not like we're forgiving that. It's not like we're doing it for that person. We're doing it for ourselves, because it's us who's holding the judgment. So the Ho'oponopono is a great tool for your spiritual toolkit. It'll create miracles in your life.
Absolutely. I remember hearing it the first time I was there. I had never heard it before, and it was just so incredibly powerful the first time. I mean, it still is, but that newness was really a big one. It was beautiful. It still is, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's so interesting to think about how Dr. Len sat in his office and did Ho'oponopono and help people heal. And so to me, he was just erasing in his mind those thoughts of problem, negativity, lack, whatever. So it's like, if I think you're a criminal, you're this, that, and so how about if I erase all that and leave space for something new? So that's what Ho'oponopono does. Ho'oponopono does to me. It helps to erase the negative samskara, or we etch these things into the web of consciousness. It's like, pull that string back.
Mhm. I forgot about that story, or what you said about what was he, a psychiatrist?
Yeah, psychiatrist for the
Over on Oahu.
criminally insane, or
Wow. Wow.
like, yeah.
Uh,
Jesus, I think, was the original. He started this Ho'oponopono thing before Hawaiians were 1,000 years afterwards. But when Jesus said, if someone slaps your left cheek, you offer them the right. Jesus, when he went to heal people, he didn't go, I'm here to heal you. He just saw them in their spiritual perfection. He didn't see the problem. Basically, he saw them in their spiritual perfection. And that alone was enough to create the healing. Instead of seeing the problem, he saw the perfection of it, the spiritual. He saw them in their light body, and according to the Bible,
the divine pattern.
Yeah, according to the Bible, he healed dozens and dozens of people this way with miraculous problems, or with miraculous healings. And we are all capable. Remember, then he sent his apostles out, and they did the same thing. So we are all capable of doing that. We're all capable of healing ourselves and healing others by just not focusing on the problem, or not, I've got cancer, by focusing on the divine light, ourselves and others.
Karen, how are you doing? You want to share?
You know what? I'm doing really good, Heather. I'm doing really good, and I just want to thank you and Donnie for doing this meditation, this healing, and putting it in perspective of the blue moon, and how rare an occasion that is, and really what it signifies. And the meditation that you did, I love the imagery, following the root system of the tree down into the earth. I just love. I feel like the earth is very unhappy right now, and it's giving us every signal that it knows how to give, between the water, the wind, the rain, and everything else. And I'm in Canada now, and we've had these extraordinary lightning events night after night. It's almost like somebody is just continuously shooting flash pictures in the sky. Tonight, the sky was yellow and pink. It's just been, I've been watching the sky. And so to have this meditation come up tonight was really nice. And I like it when you have the names on the rocks. But when you're doing the meditation, I think, well, you're still here. I thought I already threw you in the water before, but no, it's just it keeps coming back again. I mean, it's just like it's a big circle. But I liked Donnie's music with the splashes in the water. That was amazing. And but you guys are just such awesome role models for practicing what you preach, and showing a modern example of how it creates abundance in your life, just by virtue of your ministry to help others the way that you do, even when you're really in the midst of it yourself right now. And yeah, I appreciate it, and I feel much better. I always feel so light after I've emptied out that bowl. And so I thank you for doing that, and the timing was perfect.
Oh, good. Yay. Thank you, Karen. So excited. Karen's coming to Egypt with us, everybody.
I'm so excited. I keep looking over the itinerary of this day, this day, this day. I just can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm counting down the days.
Yeah. Very special. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just checking in with Nayantara over here, see if there's anything. Yeah, I know it's late over there. You're in bed.
Was trying to find. Yeah, it is late. I just feel really grateful. I feel better than before this. You guys always just do such an incredibly powerful ceremony. It's funny because right when we come back on and you start asking, for shares. It's really funny because I'm always so blissed out, like I can't speak or move. And I think, well, if you want me to share, you can't be so completely hardcore over there. But it's feeling good. I mean, it's a hard time right now. I'm grateful. I'm recovering from surgery and all that illness, but my life feels really small. I'm really disconnected from a lot of things. But I know it's important that I'm here. I'm with my mom, who's going to be 93 in a couple weeks. And I mean, she's such a trooper, but she definitely needs somebody with her now. And so, I know it's good that I'm here. And so I'm trying not to keep feeling like I'm not doing anything, because it's really important what I am doing right now. I'm just kind of scared about the future. And whenever she has rough days, which the last couple of days she was super exhausted, I just get so scared, but then she bounces back.
Yay.
But everything is just what I needed to hear. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Well, with that, I think we're going to close our circle. And just to close, I just invite you to gather with me, and just envisioning us gathering all this beautiful energy that we have invoked and that we've brought forth today. And see it just like a bubble of light, either between my hands or your hands. And let's take this beautiful, blessed field of love and light and offering it down into the earth. Make it our offering to Earth, to Gaia, Pachamama at this time. With great humility and respect. May this provide nourishment to the body of Mother Earth, to the soils, to the crystalline iron core of the earth, to the mineral kingdom, to the waters, extending out to all of the flora, seeing all the trees and plants take up some of this energy, and the topsoils, and may it restore, nourish the topsoils, and see it radiate out and touch all people of the planet. And I will say a few places, starting with here in Maui. May it bless the people and the Aina, the land here, as we move forth through this hard time, this challenging time. May we find the strength to grieve in the ways that are healthy, and may we find strength to carry on and to create a new community, new way of being that is just and bountiful and just for the earth and for the people. And may the people rise and lead. May we be restored. And may we offer prayers to other places of the earth, to Russia and the Ukraine. May that war be resolved in the best possible way. May we mitigate any further death or suffering. May the people there to be supported and protected. And we send this energy also to Florida and Georgia, being hit by that big hurricane. And there's so many places on the earth. If you feel to unmute yourself or just share other places you'd like to see us focus this energy, I will name a few up to Yellowknife. With those fires, may they be doused, and may calm be restored, contained, and to Canada and to Mexico and to Africa. May we send love and blessings to all of our brethren all over the earth. May we all find peace in our hearts, peace with our bodies, peace with the land, the Aina, peace with spirit, peace with our work. May we come together now and rise, for we are the ones that we have been waiting for. the Rainbow Tribe here to fulfill a prophecy and restore Earth to her former beauty. And with that, we lift our hands up and release this energy, spirit. Go if you must, stay if you will. The circle is now open but never broken. Merry meet to merry part, to merry meet again. May the blessings of Mother, Father, Goddess, all that is, all divine beings, however you speak their name, be always with you, with us. Peace and blessings. Ashe, Satnam, Namaste. Thank you.
Peace be with you.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Love you too. Thank you. We'll be back on the new moon. This is our new thing, so I think it works great. And we love it. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both so
I
much.
love it. Thank you, Heather. Thank you,
Thank
Donny.
you, Heather and Donny. Thank you very much. And all the folks that shared, thank you also for that.
Indeed. Aloha and blessings.